And if I go in my gallery, open it up, you guys can see that this is the thumbnail that we've created. This is all the learnings that I've gathered in the last 1.5 years, and I'm going to share all of those with you. Your thumbnails play an extremely important role when it comes to growth on YouTube and people wanting to click on that video that you've created. A lot of times the mistake that we make is first we put in a lot of efforts creating the content. We put in a lot of hard work arranging the light setup, the microphone, the script, everything. And we create that video and we think that it's a perfect video, and when we upload it on YouTube we're going to get a lot of views and followers, and ultimately that doesn't happen, and that disappoints us. Happened to me, happens to everybody. But how do you fix that? So one of the things that is extremely important, a lot of people do not pay attention towards, that is creating a better looking thumbnail, because that's the very first thing that your viewer is going to see on their screen when they're scrolling through the YouTube feed. They're going to see 1,000 different thumbnails, maybe related to the same topic that you created this video for. But if your thumbnail stands out in that crowd, most likely your viewer is going to click on that thumbnail. The better your impression click-through rate is, the better your view count is going to be. You're going to get more subscribers, and YouTube is going to start recommending that content to more and more people. What we have learned so far is that creating a good thumbnail is extremely important. Now, how do you do that? This is, again, as I said, it's a trial and error. When I started my YouTube journey, and if you go back on some of the videos that I created last year and look at those thumbnails and compare them with the thumbnails that you've been seeing in the last month or so on my YouTube channel, you might have noticed some difference. And I have learned this. I have actually tried Adobe Photoshop. I've tried different applications on my phone, but ultimately it takes a lot of effort and hard work and practice to perfect that thing. And why do I think this video is going to be helpful for you? Because all that hard work and effort that I put in since the last 1.5 years on my YouTube channel to get here, where I feel like my YouTube thumbnails are slightly better than what they used to be, because my impression click-through rate has improved and there's a positive impact overall on my channel. So I'm going to walk you through the steps that I take to create my YouTube thumbnail. So we're going to use two different applications. One application is going to be to create the thumbnail, and once we have that thumbnail created for YouTube video, we're going to then utilize another application to enhance the quality of that thumbnail, so that when we upload that content on YouTube, people are going to want to click on that content. One, because the quality is good, and two, because you've created a good looking thumbnail. And YouTube algorithm is going to start thinking that because more people are clicking on your content, it's a good content. It's going to start recommending that content to more and more people. Without wasting any more time, let's begin the video. But one request, in fact two requests: one, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, like the video, and two, watch this video till the very end, because as I said in the beginning, this is all the learnings that I've gathered in the last 1.5 years, and I'm going to share all of those with you. So with that, let's begin. Okay, so now we are on my phone screen, and as I said, we're going to be using two different applications. The first application that we're going to use is going to be to create the thumbnail, and that is Canva. Canva is one of my most favorite applications when it comes to creating YouTube thumbnails or even creating presentations as well, because of two reasons. One, it has a lot of free features and great features, and two, it is very easy to use and user friendly. So you don't have to spend a lot of time learning application. It does a lot of those things for you. So if you don't have Canva installed, simply go to Google Play Store or App Store and type Canva. And after you've typed Canva, you can simply see this application on your screen and you can install it. I have it installed already, so I'm going to simply open it up. So after you've opened up Canva, you're going to see this screen, and you need to write YouTube thumbnail in the search bar. So I've just typed YouTube thumbnail, and in the search results, I can see YouTube thumbnail. Just click on YouTube thumbnail. After clicking on YouTube thumbnail, it's going to show you some templates that are already there in the application, and a lot of these are free. So the ones where you see free written next to them, these are all free to use, so you don't have to pay anything. If you choose one of the paid ones, the only drawback is that you're going to get a watermark with them. But a lot of these free templates are very good as well. So let's just go ahead and pick one of them. So let's say if I pick this one where it says urban outfit. So let's just pick this template. I clicked on the template and it opened it up. Now we can alter this and edit this according to our needs. So the thumbnail that we're going to create is going to be for this particular video that I'm creating right now. And that is going to be how to create better thumbnails. So that's the theme of it. I'm going to do a couple of things here. On the right side, there's a picture. So I'm going to add a picture here as well. And in order for me to do that, I need to simply go ahead and replace this picture. and I can choose one of the pictures that are there in my gallery. And let's just pick one of the pictures that I have here. So let's just say I pick this picture, and I've just picked that picture and replaced it. And as you guys can see that it has replaced that picture, I can simply now crop that picture accordingly. I'm just double clicking that and it has cropped that picture already. So this is the picture that we're going to choose. This is the picture that we're going to use. And on the left side, there's text written here. So we're going to write, let's say we change this text and just double click on it and just write anything. Good, and maybe enter and thumbnail. So we're going to change, in fact, we're going to keep good as it is and thumbnail on the bottom line because we don't have that much space. So we're going to create a duplicate of this. Just click on it, and on the bottom you can see this option to create a duplicate. Just create duplicate and it creates a duplicate of the same. And now we're going to write thumbnail here, but we're going to decrease the size of it so it fits in the area. So let's say we write thumbnail, in fact thumbnails, and then decrease the size of it. So it's going to look like this. And you can choose to write something here if you want to use the bottom text. If you don't, you can simply delete that as well. I'm going to delete that because I like to keep my thumbnails as simple as possible. So there shouldn't be a lot going on in the thumbnail. The user should just look at it once and should know what this is about. So you can also play around with the text. So let's say if I want to change the color of where it says good to something else. Right now it's grayish, but if I want to change this to, let's say, red, I just need to click on good where it's written good, and on the bottom I see this option and says color. I need to click color and scroll down and I can choose any color. Let's say if I want to choose red, you can see that it has changed this to red. I'm going to actually undo this and I'm going to instead change the color of which says thumbnail because that is different in size. So I'm going to choose red for that. So that's how easy it is. Now I've written good thumbnail and this already is looking pretty good. Now if I want to, let's say, add any elements, maybe add an arrow, I can do that as well. All you need to do is on the bottom left corner there's a plus button. Click on the plus button, go to elements and search for an element. So let's say if I want to write arrow, so I just type arrow here and click search and it's going to give me arrows. I can simply choose any of these arrows. So let's say if I want to choose this one, I just choose this one, and right now it's facing towards the right side, but I want this to face towards the left side. I can simply flip it. I have the option to flip it and flip horizontal, and it's going to start facing towards the left side. And you see these two arrows, you can use these to move it around as well and decrease the size of it so it fits. And after you've done that, you can simply change the color of this as well. So maybe click on it and change the color from white where it is right now to something else. Go to colors and pick a color. So let's say if we want to pick yellow for this, we can simply pick yellow for this and it's going to look like this. After you're done creating the thumbnail, you can simply download this thumbnail. And in order to download the thumbnail, you need to go on the top right corner. You can see this download button. Just click on the download button and click save. As you guys can see, it took me literally 2 to 3 minutes, but the thumbnail is looking very professional, looking very good. Now, once you've done that, as I said, we're going to be using 2 different applications. So we have created the thumbnail now, but the quality of this thumbnail is not going to be very good. We want to actually increase the quality of this, enhance the quality so it looks even better. And in order to do that, I'm using one of the applications that's called Remini, and this helps a lot when it comes to enhancing the quality of your thumbnails and enhancing the quality of your pictures. And if you don't have this application installed, again, simple, go to Google Play Store, go to App Store. It's available on both and it's free of cost. Open up Remini. After I have opened up Remini, I can simply pick this thumbnail that we've just created. I click on the thumbnail and click enhance and just sit back and relax because it's going to do all that work for you. You don't have to do anything. You can simply wait until it does its job. So it's going to take a moment. It's going to add more pixels to your picture. It's going to increase the quality of it. It takes literally around 5 to 10 seconds. And as we were speaking, we're done. So this is the before And as I move the slider, you guys are going to notice the difference. This is the after. And now I'm going to simply go ahead and save it. Once I click save, it's going to save it in my gallery. And there you go. This is already saved in my gallery. And if I go in my gallery, open it up, you guys can see that this is the thumbnail that we've created. And just for a comparison, this is the original thumbnail that we've created. And this is the one where we enhanced the quality of it. So you guys can see the difference. Once I zoom it in, now you guys are going to see the difference. So this is the picture with the original one, and this is the picture with the enhanced one. So now you guys can see what I was talking about. This has increased the quality of it, and it's looking way better than it was looking originally. Now that's how you create thumbnails, enhance the quality, and after doing these steps, and literally it's going to take you 5 to 7 minutes. Once you've done that, upload this on YouTube with your video, and hopefully you're going to see a positive impact, and a lot more people are going to click on your content and watch your videos. If you think this video has helped you and you gained value out of it, please do subscribe to the channel and like the video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.